No more gambling, just systematic upgrading. Find the purple line support, that's a discount, kid. Paying all your monthly bills, that's the knowledge I give.
Let me just see one more thing here. Yeah, here's another 19-year-old male struggling. Should I give up? I'm 19, been training for around 4 to 5 years. I'm in college and going for my bachelor's, so he's been training since he was 14 apparently. Obviously, I still suck LOL and bounce different strategies and tickers, but I have better understanding now, and I'm exploring more on what really works and what doesn't, and just taking bigger bets with minimal risk or setups that really just make sense. I believe I am down 4 to 5k overall, which is bad, but I don't want to quit and give up, and I have time to perfect this craft. Oh yeah, if you're 19, you got your whole life ahead. I just don't want 19-year-olds blowing up their accounts, and then like you could have really, I mean, you can turn your life up. You can really imagine being 19, getting into the markets, and with a mentor, with the right mentor, right person, guiding you. You could really, by 25, you could actually have 6 figures at least. That's 5 years. Yeah, from now till 2030, for sure. If you're disciplined and not gonna blow up like that other guy. I truly do have a passion for this, but damn, 5 years of losing makes you start to wonder if it's all for nothing. But it's still very discouraging to lose this for this long. I've done swing trading, day trading, penny stocks, options, USDT, and found success in swing trading, but could just be the markets were trending overall. Man, this guy's having a crisis. But the one thing I've noticed is he admitted that he bounces around using different strategies and trading different tickers, which I always tell people, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be bouncing around like a bunny. Like I was doing that right now recently with chess. I took up chess in September, and I was bouncing around using different nonsense, quite frankly, nonsense openings. I was just using all kinds of openings, all kind of weird, just stupid strategies that don't even make sense according to the engine, because it leaves me in the negative. But yeah, you don't want to be bouncing around like, oh, today I'm going to use this opening, and I'm going to use this opening. If you bounce around like a bunny, you're just not going to be good at any opening. You're not going to be good at anything and the setups that it leads to. You're not going to be good at Street Fighter 6 if you're bouncing around from Blanca to Ryu, and then Jamie, and then Kimberly, and then Akuma, and Bison, and Zangief. You're just jumping, Ken. You're just jumping around like a bunny. You're not mastering any one character. You're just hopping around. And so you're just not going to climb and be an expert at any of the characters, quite frankly, because you need to learn the frame data on top of that. So, that's a big mistake. That's probably why he's, been doing this for 5 years and just kind of all over the place. You got to focus in on one ticker and whatever strategy you're going to use on that ticker, and you just got to focus in on that, right? Nvidia, you can just focus on, okay, I'm going to trade Nvidia and I'm going to only use the covered call strategy, and then just focus on that and see how much it makes you over the course of a year. And you might be surprised, like, wow, if I just sell covered calls in Nvidia, I just make head over his money because it's so hard to lose on this. But you would never know that if you don't try it, and if you don't just stick to it, right? Because most people, they find that boring. Oh, I got to trade just one stock for a year, and if it's profitable, there's people, believe it or not, if they find something profitable, they get bored because it's like, oh, well, it's the same stock I'm trading literally all the time. Maybe let's use a different strategy. You know what? Let's trade something else. And some people, you know how they are. They don't want to trade Nvidia and only make 10-20% return every year. They would rather, hey, you know what? Let me take a little more risk over here. And then they start losing, not realizing like, oh, you're trading some unsafe penny stocks. So you got to be on point. Your strategy has to, the strategy that works for Nvidia might not work for that other ticker. So they use the wrong strategies for very risky stocks, and then they end up destroying themselves. Like, you gotta actually just sit down and go, okay, what are my favorite stocks? Why is it my favorite? What can I trade? How can I make money off of this? Let's test it out and let's figure it out. Let's just focus in on Ryu, right? Let's just focus in on the King's Indian defense for black, right? Let's just focus in on King's Indian attack for white. Like, let's just sit down and only focus 100% of my effort onto this one ticker, this one stock, this one strategy, and let's figure this out. Because it's better to be a master at one than master of none at that point, right? So you want to be so good at one strategy that every time you play against an opponent in chess, you're like, wow, I can't wait to play the King's Indian attack, because I know this so well. I've played thousands of games with this that I know it like the back of my hand. I know what kind of setups it can lead to and what kind of end games it can lead to based on the opponent's response to this, and this. Like, you just memorize it. It really becomes a memory game at that point, but is what I've noticed at the higher levels, because people use engines to study but and see what the best moves are, etc., etc. But yeah, like, that's same thing, right? You got to put in the work to figure out, okay, I like this stock, I want to make money off this stock, let's figure it out. Let's use the MACD, the RSI, let's use key levels, let's use this, that, or the other, let's trade off the daily, let's trade off the 4 hour, let's trade off the weekly, let's figure this out, let's focus in on this one stock and this one stock only, and let's become a master of this stock. I want to get to know this stock so well that it's all I need. I know it so well that I know what makes it tick up, what makes it tick down. I know all of its PRs, all of its headlines, what causes it to move down, what causes it to move up. I know its dilution, how much it dilutes, if any, right? You know how volatile it can be. You know how it likes to perform on earnings on average, how it likes to behave around earnings, after earnings, before earnings. That's how well you want to get to know it that well. But people aren't going to do that. So, this 19-year-old here, my suggestion would be don't give up, right? Like, don't give up, but you need to focus in on, it's kind of like being a writer. If you're a writer and you're writing stories, the biggest mistake people make is that they're hopping around like bunnies, right? I'm going to write that story, and I'm also going to write that story, and their imagination goes wild because they're like, oh my God, I could just make... When I write a story, I can just write whatever. Like, I'm going to write a fantasy story, and I'm going to write a rom-com, and I'm going to write this, and, sci-fi, and I'm going to write this and that, and the other horror, right? They just start hopping around like bunnies, writing all kinds of stories, but never getting anything actually done, right? So it's not exclusive to the stock market. This happens in a lot of fields. Again, be a master at one, not a master of none. So... I don't know what this guy just needs to focus in on one stock at that point. You're doing nothing but donating your money to the markets. Not much different than going for your bachelor's. Either accept you will need time to make the money back, or do smaller trades you can win, or preferably paper traded to figure out your trading style. I wish I was interested in trading in my teens, but didn't get into it until my 40s. You have your whole life ahead of you to make that money back. No need to rush it and lose more. That's actually really good advice. I mean, you're 19. You got your whole life ahead of you. But that other guy that lost 30K, ouch. I mean, he still has his whole life ahead of him. He's just going to be down 30K. Like, that's always going to weigh on his mind. It's always going to weigh on his mind. He's always going to think that 19-year-old that lost 30K, it's going to weigh on him. He's always going to remember. He's going to wake up every morning and remember, oh my God, I'm down 30K. I need to, even if he gets a $5,000 win in the markets, he's still not going to be happy, because he knows, like, okay, 30K minus 5K gain, I'm still down 25K. Like, I still haven't even gone back to break even. So losing that much also weighs on you, because it's like you're every time you do win, you're not even making a dent. A small dent, but not anything significant, unless you're taking huge risk, which if you take huge risk trying to make back your 30K, that could also lead to spiraling down. Like, oh, I just lost 30K, boom, I just lost another 30K because I was being stupid trying to make it back fast, right? So yeah, there's just a lot of traps like that. That's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. But hopefully this was very eye-opening, so you can see, like, if you're surviving this bear market, you are doing fantastic. If you're not blowing up, you're doing fantastic. There's a lot of greedy people out there, and a lot of people who don't have the knowledge, who don't want to study, and they find themselves bottom of the barrel, scraping for nuggets so that they can scrounge up enough money so that they can go back into the market to try to make back what they lost. And I'll leave it at that, guys. Just wanted to make something motivational. Like I said, if you haven't blown up, you're doing fantastic. You're doing a great job. If you're buying good companies, you're doing a great job. You're doing great. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one.